In the warm, lively town of Odenta lived a young woman named Emelia. She was the kind of woman whose smile could convince the world that life would always get better. When Emelia met James, a gentle-talking businessman with charm dripping from every word, her heart believed destiny had finally knocked on her door. Everyone said they were perfect for each other. Everyone, except Emelia's grandmother, Mama and Nena. "My daughter, before you marry a person, you must know the shadow they carry behind them. Love is sweet, but it must not be blind. Blind love walks into walls." Emelia didn't listen. Love had already wrapped a warm cloth around her eyes. 3 months after the wedding, the shadows began to reveal themselves. James, the man who once gave generous gifts, suddenly tightened his grip on every coin. Every grocery purchase was questioned. Every bill was an argument. He lived with an unspoken fear of losing money, fear of not being in control. Emelia watched the man she married transform before her eyes. Not because he changed, but because she was finally seeing the parts he never showed. Soon, another shadow emerged. James disliked visitors, friends, neighbors, even family. Emelia's home, once filled with laughter and chatter, slowly became a quiet, lonely shell. She learned to speak softly. She learned to smile less. She learned to shrink herself so she wouldn't disturb the peace. And each day, the woman she used to be faded a little more. One rainy evening, Emelia sat alone flipping through her wedding album. The woman in those pictures looked alive, hopeful, full of dreams. But the woman staring back at her in the mirror looked tired and small. It was in that moment she realized the truth. You cannot truly love a person you do not understand. And you cannot build a future on the parts of someone you never took time to know. Emelia decided something had to change. Not with anger, not with blame, but with courage. She and James sought help. They opened up their fears, their hidden wounds, and the scars they had never spoken of. And slowly, very slowly, the shadows that once controlled their home began to shrink. Understanding replaced assumptions. Communication replaced silence. Growth replaced pride. Emelia learned one powerful truth. Love makes marriage beautiful, but understanding makes marriage possible. Before you promise someone you're forever, learn the story behind their smile. Learn their fears, their triggers, their habits, their values, their weaknesses, and their wounds. Because in marriage, it is not the love you say yes to that determines your future, but the person behind it.